Shoal Creek Saloon's a restaurant that's been here for 23 years. It was a beer joint only at one time. And on the 31st of March in 1993, I was sitting at the bar hearing about how it was going to go under because they hadn't paid the taxes. And on April 1st, I owned the place. We have Southern Louisiana cooking, and I think we do it really well. You know, our boiled crawfish this time of year is really good. I think it's the best in town.
Enjoy your crawfish.
You know, being along the banks of Shoal Creek, we thought about flooding long before we ever did flood. And basically anticipating what would happen was really helpful in making us prepared for when we did actually flood. When we flood, it is devastating. I don't want to ever take light away from how hard it is to see your business go underwater. But, you know, there's something that happens to me personally where I just shake it off. And I go, I have to be a leader. I have to be the one that brings this thing back. We have to get busy and put it back together. We have a plan, we know what to do, and we've got to execute it.
No matter what we do, whether we're part of a business, whether we're part of our family, whether we're part of the place we go to school or to work or wherever else, we want to be proactive. The day we become reactive is the day we start to have problems, and that's the whole thing with emergency management. You need to be planning ahead of time so you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and realize, okay, I've done everything I can do by having this plan, having it set up, and having it operational. I've done what I need to do to protect my family. I've done what I need to do to protect my business. That's what we're asking people to do.
We have employee meetings often and talk about flooding and other disasters that we may go through and try to make them prepared to where the first time they hear about it isn't when it's about to happen. We know we have all of them's phone numbers. We know how to get a hold of people because we know if we do go through a disaster, we're going to need a lot of labor and a lot of help to get it put back. Disasters are not just floods and fires. What happens if something happens to me? What if something happens to my general manager, my kitchen manager? All these things, if you can anticipate these things happening, it'll be a lot easier to deal with when it actually does.
Can I get y'all anything else?
My business is my livelihood. You know, it's how I've made my living for the last 23 years. And, you know, to lose it at my age, it might be pretty difficult for me to carry on. But there's so many people that love my business, my customers, my employees. I've had a lot of them for many, many years. And, you know, I know that it means a lot to people, and it means a lot to me to keep it going. And that's why you got to defend from whatever you think might be out there that's going to happen to you.
Folks, if you're running a small business, this is not big stuff. This is not brain surgery. It's putting together something on a piece of paper that says this is what we're going to do in case of this, 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 and this. 3 or 4 or 5 pages. You have it. You have it down on paper. You practice it, and you're prepared.